Meanwhile, the hunt for illegally dumped waste has spread to Somerset. 70 tonnes of poisonous waste was discovered at Yeovil by workmen excavating for a new road. The toxic substances were found during work at Lysander Road. Health experts were called in by Somerset County Council, who described the waste products as very nasty. A fleet of lorries was used to remove the waste and take it to a special chemical disposal plant in Bedfordshire. The council say all the contamination has now been removed. More than 2,500 people who say they became addicted to tranquilizers prescribed by their doctor were told by a High Court judge in Bristol today that they'd have to wait to find out if they can sue the companies that produced the drugs. The judge deferred a decision on whether the case can go ahead. Many of those bringing the action are from the Bristol area.
Joyce Walls was a tranquilizer addict for 20 years. 3 years ago, she managed to kick her drug dependency, but by then, a large part of her life had passed her by.
I think people forget that tranquilizers suppress all feelings, not only the bad ones. So no, I don't remember much. I remember snatches, but I have to say they were bad parts that I remember. So they were empty years, lost years.
The former addicts are seeking permission to jointly sue 2 companies that produce benzodiazepines. They claim the drugs were marketed even though they were a risk that they could lead to dependency. If successful, it would be the largest ever personal compensation claim involving millions of pounds.
I would like to see the drug company take responsibility for what's happened and to admit it was their fault. I get angry when I think about the profit that drug companies make on people's misery. And for me, it has to stop.
After 3 hours of legal submissions, the judge, Mr. Justice Kennedy, deferred his decision until next week.
A Bristol woman today admitted that she threw her daughter's 7-year-old playmate head first from a second-floor window. Roberta O'Connor from Montpellier threw the boy onto concrete more than 20 feet below in a revenge attack on the boy's mother. The child suffered a fractured skull and broken limbs. At Bristol Crown Court today, O'Connor was detained indefinitely under the Mental Health Act. There's been no change today in the condition of Annie St John, the HTV presenter. Annie remains seriously ill in hospital and has not recovered consciousness since she was found collapsed at her home 9 days ago. Bristol Water announced today that they'd received a drought order, which will ban all non-essential use from 6 p.m. on Tuesday. The authority said that 2 years of below-average rainfall has left it with no choice but to introduce the ban. A hosepipe ban is already in force, but now people will be stopped from washing their car, filling their swimming pools or operating ornamental fountains. And finally, a little dog from Timsbury near Bath has had an amazing escape after being buried underground for more than 2 weeks. The dog survived after going down a rabbit hole which then collapsed. His name? Digger, of course.
9-year-old Digger is making up for being without food for 2.5 weeks. She's thin and now hardly looks a Crufts winner. Digger disappeared while on a walk near her owner's home at Timsbury. Living up to the fearless reputation of Jack Russell's, she would regularly check out every inviting rabbit hole in an overgrown slag heap. On this occasion, Digger vanished in the honeycomb of holes in the hillside. This is the black hole revisited. It was here that plucky little Digger was entombed for 18 days. What had happened was that after Digger had gone in looking for a rabbit, the slag heap collapsed, trapping Digger inside.
I kept calling and calling. I came down the next day and so on for 18 days.
So every day you came searching?
Almost every day. I never gave up.
Meet Digger's saviour. She's called Mavis. On day 18, she heard her canine companion barking and led the rescuer straight to her.
What sort of condition was she in?
Very similar to what she is now. A little bit dirtier and a little bit floppy on the back legs, but apart from that, absolutely marvellous. She ran all the way home.
A bit thinner?
Oh, well, she's still thin. Yes, she's still thin, but she was pitifully thin.
A quick look at the weather now, and tomorrow will be cloudy with rain in the morning, but becoming brighter and drier in the afternoon. Temperatures 13 Celsius, that's 55 Fahrenheit. The outlook for Sunday, early mist, then getting brighter before rain later in the day. That's all the news for now. Our next bulletin 5 to 10 tomorrow morning.
Channel Channel 4's The World This Week on Saturday evenings, the only programme on British television dedicated to international news coverage and analysis. At 8 o'clock, we head for the remote mountains of central China for an answer to a mystery and for evidence of the legendary Chinese wild man. Ape man? What ape man?
What? I'm in the middle of getting married.
I know this is a hell of a time to say this, but I'm in love with you.
Channel 4, a choice to look out for.
Join Timothy West and Prunella Scales as they cruise the Kenneton-Avon Canal. That's next.
And 3/4 of a pint of milk. Think about this recipe that you can serve it as a starter. I said 3/4 of a pint of milk.
When you order an extra pint from your milkman, you can get the 10th anniversary dairy diary for £2.15. And you get £3 worth of vouchers for Cadbury's chocolate with it.
Heinz tomato ketchup. The best things come to those who wait.
I was always told that the success of Mr. Brain's faggots lay in his always using the finest pork and liver, and only the very best onions. Mind you, I think there's more to it than that. I'd say it were the sage, tomatoes, and celery used to make that rich, spicy West Country sauce. After all, you only get it with Mr. Brain's faggots. Well, whatever the reason, they've certainly proved to be rather popular.
Mr. Brain's faggots. Once tasted, you'll wish you tried them years ago.
This Cheddorie's really...
Cheddarie?
Cheddarie by name, Cheddarie by nature.
Over 600 children attend this school. You can't see them. Nor do the drivers who kill or seriously injure some 600 children every month. It shouldn't happen. Texaco are helping make sure it doesn't, by giving away free safety stickers so kids will be more visible near traffic. Texaco believe children should be seen and not hurt.
Golden Wonder Pots. Just make sure you take yours with you, eh?
Hello. I've been asked to tell you the secret of what I consider the best tasting coffee. Delicious. The secret's in the blending of 3 types of the finest coffee bean.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I just have to check that you have the right beans.
What?
May I see?
If you must. I shall be writing to Nescafé about this.
Nescafé, coffee at its best.
Now is the time to pour on the power of Ivomec, the unrivaled single treatment that kills roundworms, Eden-inhibited osteitia, lungworms, sucking and biting lice, mange mites and warbles, all in one easy treatment. Pour on the power of Ivomec from MSD Agnet.
New Easier Rinsing Jif leaves nothing behind but the shine.
Now we continue our journey on the K&A.
I'd like you to meet an old friend of mine. We spent many long years together in World War II. I remember him well. And Hein will remember us also on a special Remembrance Day program, which comes from Imber in the middle of Salisbury Plain, a ghost town. So why not join me and let's remember together.
Now, take your time. Oh, I bet that hurt. Now, hang on. I'd watch out for the... Oh, it's not his day. Oh, no, this'll be fun. The butter's been in the fridge all night and it won't... Oh, it spreads. But it looks like butter. He likes the taste. Clover, a blend of fresh cream and vegetable oil. Oh, well, perhaps it won't be one of those days after all. Then again, perhaps it will.
When you were little, did your mummy give you Heinz baked beans?
Yes, of course, she did.
Well, what did you want to grow up to be then?
Oh, a famous actress.
And, what do you want to be then?
Millions of little Britons have grown up great, knowing beans means Heinz.
Think about real cream ice cream with freshly roasted peanuts, cool caramel, and chocolate frozen crisp. Snickers Ice Cream. Real ice cream satisfaction.
And 3/4 of a pint of milk. Think about this recipe that you can serve it as a starter. I said 3/4 of a pint of milk.
When you order an extra pint from your milkman, you can get the 10th anniversary dairy diary for £2.15. And you get £3 worth of vouchers for Cadbury's chocolate with it.
Fresh, clean, Old Spice. The mark of a man.
Just look at these super deals from Living Homes. £25 and £50 gift vouchers with most TVs, videos and hi-fis. For a super deal, visit Living Homes Street.
Are you looking for that something special in outerwear and coordinates from Britain's leading manufacturers? Then visit Woolea, High Street, Street and Wells.
Check that hi-fi. Eyes can deceive. Try it before you buy or else it's make-believe. Try every brand at the touch of one hand. Paul Roberts. There's nowhere like it.
Sunday at 7:45 on ITV, Inspector Wexford investigates the mysterious case of a missing man.
I'm sure I'd have heard something if there's been an accident.
Was Williams an exceptionally small man?
Rodney Williams made a pass at Sylvia. She was 15 at the time.
Randy Rodney.
Is Williams a missing person?
Absent.
But a grisly discovery leads to more questions in An Unkindness of Ravens, starting Sunday at 7:45 on ITV.
Nightclub starts in half an hour with Beauty and the Beast. No, it's not Peter Rowell and me, I'm off home, but now Alfred Hitchcock presents.